Hello, John Mason. How is everybody? I hope you're all doing well. The religious right movement has been a mainstay, a solid voting for the Republican Party since the 80s. The religious movement has advocated for limiting the rights of LGBT people, interfering their right to marry, to hold employment, to have their relationships recognized, and just to live their lives. The religious right movement has sought to limit the right of women to have control their own reproductive systems as a backdoor way of attacking their rights, period. And they have tried to control the thinking of Americans by limiting the kind of reading material and books and class sources that school kids can attain. And now they have totally dominated the Republican Party. And now the corruption has been shown to be obvious by the election of Donald Trump. They have been perfectly willing to work with this person, this thing. I won't dignify him with the title of man. They're perfectly willing to work with this thing who has cheated on his taxes, his business dealings, his wives, and his golf. A person of no honor, no integrity, no learning, no decency whatsoever. They're perfectly willing to stick with him all through the Access Hollywood debacle, where he bragged about grabbing women by the pussy because he's a big old celebrity. And now the religious right movement has fused with the MAGA movement, with its racism and fascism and its faith in violence to hold on to power, and also the QAnon cult, which Donald Trump is utilizing to try to save himself, as he's fighting the federal government over his mishandling of classified documents, which have no business being in any of his residences or his clubs or other facilities, which belong to the federal government. What the hell is he going to do with them? Sell them? I wouldn't put it past him. It has also culminated in Herschel Walker. They're perfectly willing to work with this man who is just plain dumb as a brick. Let's not gloss it. A man who has said the most idiotic things about human evolution and air pollution, who has lectured young men about being responsible fathers and take care of your kids, about fathering children he never acknowledged before, children from other women. And he's talking all about opposing abortion, even if the mother's life is at stake, even in cases of rape and incest, no abortion whatsoever, except for the women he got pregnant and paid for her abortion. Sent her a check and a get well card. Very nice of him. But they're all willing to forgive him because he's a sinner, and we must forgive sinners. Hey, I made some sins too. I screwed up a lot. I deserve forgiveness. I had to ask for forgiveness. But Is there any real repentance coming from Walker or Trump? Nope, none whatsoever. He is just a tool in their toolbox to utilize to pass the legislation they want and to appoint the judges they want, because they realize that their their agenda, their program is not popular with the American people. The American people are supportive. The American people support workers organizing, like at Starbucks and Amazon and various other coffee chains here, like here in Philly, and the Home Depot up in Roosevelt Boulevard, Northeast Philadelphia, and the Philadelphia Museum of Art. And the American people support wholeheartedly the right of a woman to control her own reproductive system. And this new generation of voters is totally on board with the rights of LGBT people. Now, the religious right and their allies know that their agenda is not at all popular. Therefore, they're trying to stock up the judicial system with their patsies to rule against legislation they don't like. And that's the same with gerrymandering. We draw legislative boundaries so that they'll always have the Republicans have a permanent majority in the legislature, as opposed to a majority in the rest of the state. Which leads me to my favorite topic, voting. For about a year, I kept hearing Republicans are going to take over the House and the Senate, and we can't do anything about it. It's the midterms. That's what happens in the midterms. But it doesn't have to be like that. It mustn't be like that. Now, with the emergence of these really half-ass candidates like Herschel Walker and Mehmet Oz in Pennsylvania, and J.D. Vance in Ohio. You know, J.D. Vance, a rich guy who takes it upon himself to be the chronicler of the lives of low-income white people. And us organizing for our rights. We're organizing and we're voting. That is how we will defeat the Republican agenda. Informing our fellow citizens, organizing, and getting out to vote on November the 8th. The stakes are sky high. We must not allow the Republican Party as it stands to retake either the House or the Senate. Now the media narrative is shifting. They're saying, well, the Democrats will get better in the Senate, but they'll lose in the House, but not as bad as we originally predicted. Never mind the news media. Get out there and vote. That is the only poll that matters. When you go into the voting booth, or you drop off your mail-in ballot, that is the poll that works. So, November 8th, get out there and vote. Okay, my little screed is over, and now advertisements. Hamperific LLC is a lovely little CBD product store on Snyder Avenue near 15th Street in South Philadelphia. There you will find some of the finest cannabis-infused products. Flour and gummies and candies and drinks and teas and lip balm and hand sanitizer and dog treats. Look them up, please. HamperificLLC.com. And also my beloved career and business coach, Michelle Snow. Michelle is excellent as in helping you develop your professional career or your small business. Let you know what you're doing right, where you need work, and help you network with other up and coming professionals and small entrepreneurs. Please look her up. growwithsnow.com. Okay. Oh, speaking of hemp, I am happy as hell that President Joe Biden is beginning the process of decriminalizing marijuana, taking it off the Schedule 1, doing the small baby steps in reorganizing marijuana from Schedule 1, which is the kind of narcotics that have no medicinal value, and working with the Attorney General and Secretary of Health and Human Services towards that goal. That's one fight we have to continue. The total legalization of marijuana. The criminalization of marijuana is a product of racist policing dating back to just after the end of Prohibition, where the Prohibition agent, Bureau of Prohibition under Henry Anslinger, declared war on marijuana, ignoring all scientific evidence that marijuana is not at all dangerous, and utilizing that as a way of attacking minority groups, black and brown people. And the war on is further continued by the war on drugs that Nixon instituted as a backdoor way of attacking anti-war activists and African Americans as they advanced their civil rights. Okay, that's all for now. And trust me, more to come. Take care. Stay strong. Get out there and vote, and America will be free. Bye.